Hey everybody, it's Bridget with Consciousness of Economics and Urban Farm Project. And I'm trying to get this organized here. There you go. I'm wanted to put out a video this morning on an epiphany. I epiphanized. Anyway, I know how dangerous smart meters are. Phones, Wi-Fi, a lot of this stuff. But smart meters by far are super, super dangerous. And you people can go out and look for the dangers of smart meters. And they're huge. Retinal degeneration, which is equal blindness. Heart problems, high blood pressure, stress, anxiety. It changes your actual brainwave pattern. And it's weird because people that are under the influence heavily of smart meters never leave their house. They kind of slowly disintegrate. And you can't talk to them about it, even though they're having all kinds of problems and symptoms. And it's microwave radiation. So the same as your microwave. And so that's why, anyway, I realized today, I've read Ollie's work, the scientist from Europe. He's done extensive work on smart meters, Wi-Fi. We have so many towers around Reno. I'm going to start taking pictures of them, and I'm going to post them on my Facebook page. They're on high school football fields. The people who are most susceptible because they're developing are kids to microwave radiation. You're guaranteed that your kids are going to have some form of cancer before the age of 18. But I can't believe that the school districts have sold out to the government. And then they're stealth. You don't even notice them unless you start looking up. And then it's horrific. It's a crime. Okay, let's talk about that. It's criminal and it's a crime. Okay, you can put them up public land, wherever people make that decision. But you can't put them up where children are and not disclose this to parents so that the school gets some kind of freaking kickback. You might as well put corporate logos up there and tell them, what your kids are dying for on their playgrounds and football fields due to these microwave towers. It's crazy. Okay, so apartment buildings are super bad, or condo buildings, especially where you live. For example, a friend of mine lives in a condo building. He literally lives 2 doors down. All of the smart meters are inside. It's 3 floors. There's 50 below, 50 in the middle, and 50 up rooms with smart meters in them. Okay, number one, smart meters are a serious fire hazard. Okay, and there's 150, of them. He lives 2 things down. So periodically, he's one of the people that I actually, stay at night if it's really cold. But it's been warm, so I've been in my van kind of full time. And I really try to park and sleep in my van and stay away from smart meters and cell phone towers. And, I tuck myself in places where, I'm not getting a lot of this reverberation feedback and waves, because I need to sleep. I don't sleep well in his condo at all. I'm awake all night. And today I realized they must have had the smart meters up super high because my eyes were ooh, and I could feel pressure in my head. And so I had to get out of there. So I've just really decided that I really have to stay away from smart meters. Oh, and the other thing that was monstrous, this realization that happened, I keep thinking that I'm, having bad menopausal, things. I'm 48 and haven't had kids or whatever, but I'm super healthy. And then it dawned on me, the only time I have these sweat things and I feel extremely hot is when I'm around smart meters. Like I'm staying in a bed in room that it has a smart meter adjacent to it outside, or like in this condo building or other places. And so I felt my skin burning on my back, and it was like heating up, and I just started sweating, and I just couldn't fucking cool down. Like from the moment I got there last night at 10 till this morning, and it's just, I want to sweat, like my body's super hot. And you know what, it dawned on me, microwave radiation, you're being cooked. You're being cooked by these microwaves that are not being, held within a compartment like a microwave, but are going out everywhere. And so they're cooking your brains, they're cooking your heart. They're getting your body to, damage your thyroid because they are cooking you. They're pushing your thyroid over a safe, heat place or a way for your body to basically regulate its systems. So they're basically overriding every system you have. And there's like some kind of hypnotic effect. I make sure that I spend a short amount of time, come in, go to sleep, get up, have a shower, and leave if I have to stay inside. But I'm also noticing this mental effect on people that, once they're underneath that smart meter pulse, digital pulse or whatever else, like, trying to talk to people who don't leave the house, like my friend. I mean, like everything goes right over. I mean, this morning he was totally complaining about his eyes and his blood pressure was really high. I'm trying to explain to him it's the smart meters. You live 2 doors down from 150 of them. One is dangerous. 150, irrevocably dangerous. So anyway, I just wanted to report that because I was a little bit, sometimes you're so busy, it takes things like you read all this material, like a smart meter is not a good thing. But then all of a sudden you have an experience, and then you're like, wow, the only time I have menopausal experiences or supposed are when I'm around smart meters. But then my skin feels like it's burning. Like, I have a sunburn on my back. I don't know why it kind of attacks my back or why I feel it there the most. But I could feel it heating up like I had a sunburn back there, and I'm not sunburned on my back. And now that I've left, my body's starting to cool down and I'm going to feel better. But sometimes it can take me up to 3 days to unravel. But I mean, if it's cooking you, there's no way that you're going to be able to unravel that. There's no way that you're going to have enough diet or anything else to combat a smart meter, right? And it's just going to liquefy your brain, liquefy your pineal gland, liquefy your pituitary gland. I mean, it's cooking you like a microwave because the microwave radiation isn't being contained in a box, right? Like a microwave. It's being sent out everywhere. Anyway, that's my observation for today, and I just wanted to get it out there. And if you are near a smart meter, if you are living in a building where there's lots of smart meters, do yourself a favor and on your days off, go camping and get the hell out of there and get yourself an analog meter. And on Amazon, there's a couple of guys that deal with different kinds of things who have actually put, it's called a smart meter guard, and you can buy it for $125 to put over your smart meter. What they found was that if they put too much foil around the smart meter to block all of the microwave radiation, the government would get pissed off and send out the electrical power companies because the signal of all the information and usage wasn't getting to them. So they have a guard that only lets enough of the microwaves and this material out that complies, that they won't come looking. But if you have a smart meter on your neighbor's house that's pointing right at you, you need to get a guard for them as well and put it on that as well, because they go pretty far. Okay, anyway, late breaking news update. And now I know where my hot sweats are coming from and my hormone disruptions. And if I sleep in my van, everything is good. Good. I guess it's better to deal with the chemtrails than it is to deal with those smart meters. Plus, they can turn those things up or down, and most of the time up, and mostly at night when you're in REM, when your body's trying to regenerate and restore itself. So you don't have any regeneration or restore going on because it changes your brainwave pattern even if you're asleep. Even if you've drugged yourself to sleep, right? Okay, Bridget Lynn Dolgoff. Talk to you later. Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project. Love you all. Be safe.